Okay, let's look and see if we can just name these what I call easy um, organic molecules and draw the organic molecules. Now, you might notice that these organic molecules are written in condensed form. So what I mean by that is that each of these carbons where it says H3C actually has a hydrogen going up to the left and down to the bottom. They've just been the carbons that are so hydrogens that are bonded to the carbon have just been written, and the number of them have been written down next to them. So here, if this is if we're looking at this first molecule, it is just carbons and hydrogens. There are 4 carbons in a row, so it is going to be bute, and it only has carbon-carbon single bonds, so the end of it's going to be ane, and this is going to be called butane. The second one in this condensed form here, again, there are 4 carbons in the longest chain, so that is going to be bute again. So we are going to call this butane, but we have the substituent coming off the second carbon. Now remember, we number the carbons from the right so that the substituent or the functional group has the smallest possible number. This is going to be called 2-methylbutane. The next molecule here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons in a row, so it's going to have the prefix pent. It has a double bond in its main parent chain, so it is actually going to have the suffix "ene", and before we write the suffix "ene", we're going to say the number of the carbon that it is the lowest numbered carbon that the double bond is attached to, and that is the first carbon. So this is going to be called pent 1-ene. And then we also recognize that there is a substituent coming off here, a methyl group, and it's coming off if we started numbering at 1 at the pentene, and the pentene is a higher priority or more important than the methyl group will be coming off the 4th carbon. So this is now going to be called 4-methyl pent 1-ene. The next one here has only 1 carbon in its main chain. It is going to be meth. It only has carbon and hydrogen bonds. It doesn't have a carbon to carbon bond, but it's still an ane. It's called methane, but it does have a chlorine functional group coming off it, so it's going to be chloro. And this will be called chloromethane. The next one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons in a chain. It has a chlorine group attached off the 3rd carbon. So 5 carbons is pent. They are all carbon-carbon bonds with no specific functional group that will change the suffix. This is going to be called pentane. It's 3-chloropentane. The next one has a carboxylic acid functional group, and there is only 1 carbon. So it is meth and noic acid. Okay, so let's see if we can draw these molecules. Propane, what does propane mean? Well, prop means it has 3 carbons in a row, and ane means there are just single-to-single carbon bonds with the associated hydrogens. So it will look like this. 2-methylhexane. So hexane, 6 carbons in a row, but off the second carbon attached to it is going to be this methyl group, this CH3 group. And it will look like this. Propan 2-ol. So if we look here, the anol part is an OH functional group. It's going to come off the second carbon. It is prop, so there are 3 carbons in a row with the OH group coming off the second carbon. Here it is. 1-bromobutane. Bute is 4 carbons in a row. Ane, just normal, single to single bonds with hydrogens attached. But off the first carbon there is a bromine attached, and here it is. Now you can either draw the bromine at the top, the side, or the bottom. It doesn't matter. You could also draw the bromines on the right hand side because that would still be numbered number 1. Hex 3-amine. Okay, so 6 carbons in a row, hex. 3-amine means that there's an amine group and it's coming off the third carbon. An amine group is an NH2. Butanoic acid, we're going to have the functional group of the carboxylic acid. It always comes off the end molecule. There are 4 carbons in a row with the carboxylic acid coming off it. And that is how we draw and name and draw these organic molecules.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully this has made you more confident with your chemistry. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or leave a comment about anything that you want to with this video or any questions you have. I'll see you later.